On earth, our hearts are broken. In heaven, they are made whole once again. You have to get to the root cause of your suffering, which is always human beings. Blue whales didn't break your heart. An eagle that flies in the sky didn't cheat on you. A tree didn't steal your money. A giraffe never took your job from you that was meant for you, but they double-crossed you. Where does all that come from? People. So what does that tell you about people? So when you establish a relationship with people that is of a realistic nature, not a delusional nature, then you will fortify the sanctity of your own emotional state of being. What do I mean by that? When you stop allowing this toxicity in your life and granting them unlimited access that they don't deserve, then the whole paradigm shifts. Because now you are going to be highly selective as to whom it is you allow in your life, let alone who you let in your heart. Because your heart is your most precious asset. It belongs to heaven. That's why not everybody deserves it. And that's why not everybody should be granted that beautiful treasure. Just like your feelings and emotions. You shouldn't be connecting them to people that don't deserve it. So that's when you'll have to learn the masterful art of shutting them off when you are confronted by toxic individuals. Don't allow them to affect you. Don't react. Don't overreact. Don't be affected by them. That's where your greatest power comes from. But that's the premise of this video, to make you realize that where did your heartbreak come from? People. Where did your suffering and your worry and your torment, your aggravation, your nervousness? People. I used to say a long time ago, people equal problems. The more people you have in your life, the higher the probability it is that you will encounter more problems. Why? Because it's just a law of averages. Because you have more people in your life, you're incorporating more energies, more external energies. And the more external energies you begin to add, that's the more you're assimilating. And the more negative energy you're assimilating, the more it's going to adversely affect you detrimentally. Make sense? Yeah. Right. That's why people go and live in the woods, or they buy an island and they just stay away from people, because for the most part, a predominant portion of the population is toxic. They're just self-serving, selfish, and they're just blind. They just don't care about anybody, just themselves. So why would you want to incorporate that energy into your life? Forgiveness is a journey, man. What I always say to people is you don't have to forgive the people that hurt you. You just have to forgive yourself for not only allowing it to happen, but also for you to keep continuing it. Because forgiveness doesn't have to be given to them. What you need to do is release the negative emotional energies that comprise your burdens to the universe. This way you can free yourself so you can breathe again. Because these people, most of them don't deserve forgiveness. It's not something that's a prerequisite. And if you don't want to forgive somebody, that doesn't deny you access to heaven. That's nonsense. It's just freeing you from that prison and those chains, that you're not carrying it anymore. Just saying that you did what you did, and that's your issue, man. The word is karma that they use. I don't believe in the word karma, but whatever you send out energy-wise, you're going to get back. Oh, absolutely. So it's their energy to own. I forgive myself. And I forgive you, on some level for doing it, if you want to. For me, I just forgive everybody. But I don't let it happen again. You have to become highly selective with these things. If somebody shows you who they are through their actions and or their words, you have to take note of that. And if they've hurt you and they're abusive and they're toxic and they're underhanded and backstabbing and fence jumpers and all that, they got to go, no matter who they are. You can't give carte blanche to people, even your own family, because more often than not, your family is the most abusive of them all, because they're like, you're my son, you're my daughter, that's my mother. How can I cut her out of my life? Well, if she's the most abusive person, it's time for her to go. Assess them as you would a stranger. And say to yourself, if my mother was a stranger, would I want her in my life the way she abuses me? And what your answer is what you should follow with. That should be your action, to cut them loose. That's the premise of this video. I really hope it helps, because you deserve the very best and you don't deserve to be abused. People broke your heart. Not animals, not Mother Nature, not Mother Earth, not the elements, not the seasons, not God, not the universe, not the ocean, not the fish that swim in the ocean. Not snails and snakes and birds and nothing. It's human beings who did it. And if you keep allowing it, it'll keep occurring. I'm not saying that I advocate you building a wall. Never. What I'm saying is that you build a deflector shield around yourself. If you've ever watched the original series Star Trek, they put the deflector screen up. Boom, the weapons bounce off. So they can still operate in the environment by not enclosing themselves off and imprisoning themselves. But you have to wear a suit of armor when you go outside with people. And you have to have boundaries, man. And if they break those boundaries, you got to cut them loose. Because you have to have more respect for yourself than you do for these people. You have to love yourself to such the highest degree that you don't tolerate that behavior from anybody anymore, especially you abusing yourself. Peace.